What's up, dudes and dudes to the internet? My name's Seth, and we are back again for the final episode of our Turok 2 remastered / revisit of my childhood, as well as the reason I ended up getting into Let's Plays in the first place, right? I don't think people realize the significance of this game's impact on me and my life. Like, that's why I am having an absolute blast playing through this game over and over again. But for today, let's not get into any of that. For today, we gotta go and grab all the Primagen keys, and then we're fighting the Primagen. We also ended up getting the Nuke at the end of the last episode. Didn't end up getting to use it, so hopefully we'll get to mess around with it today as I'm just going around and collecting the keys, because we can't really use this that much on the Primagen. I guess technically, you know what? We'll use it on the Primagen because he's got little baby allies that this gun is particularly good on. Oh, would you look at that? So as we came to this level the first time, well, through the portal anyways, we got this new entrance right here. I'm pretty sure that's new. Oh, I get it. Because we could always take that as an exit portal instead of always having to go all the way to the end to actually warp out. So just a quick heads up, when you get to this room, we're gonna be going for this door. And then when you get to this section, remember you end up killing all of the birds in this area to open up that secret. Well, when you're up on this ledge, all we gotta do is go back here. Now that we have the jumping talisman, boom! And there's our first Primagen key. A little bit further ahead is a save point. We can hop in this and use the quick warp to the next level. I want to give a heads up too, because this is a new feature for the remastered version, is that you can actually warp to any of the save stations that you've ended up discovering. So rip me if I ever ended up missing a save station, because it pays to actually find them now in this version of the game, because as you can see, we can teleport to the River of Souls, city entrance, palace entrance, courtyard. We're just gonna go to, oh, which one of these do we need? We need the courtyard, that's right, because the Primagen key is right at the end. So there's the exit of the level. This is where you ended up finding the Volcano gate, and that is the Primagen key. What we're trying to do is climb all the way around over there, back up to the top here, jump down. There was an explosive barrel here that we had to destroy, and then this is going to end up leading us to this area where we needed the poison talisman, so that we can end up actually going in here, and then we need the jumping talisman, so that we can go across here. This is just for a bunch of goodies. I don't know if it's, oh, it is actually a required spot. Okay, so you have to have 2 of the talismans in order to actually come through this spot. Jump up to this ledge right here, come out this door, and is this gonna give us a Primagen key? I'm pretty sure that it is. Yep, there you can see it right up ahead over there. Bada bing, bada boom, Primagen key get. So unfortunately for me, as you can see, I only ended up getting the 3rd Death Marshes entrance. So what I'm gonna be doing is going right back to the hub and then just entering the Death Marshes from the beginning. Make sure that you walk right up to these things. I passed by this one the first time going through this level. You can't really miss it, but I guess I didn't get close enough, because as I just did, it said, hey, you've activated me. So once you get over to this portal right here, and as you're coming down this corridor, I guess you could call it that, there's going to be this poison lake. Jump off, and right here you're gonna end up seeing this nice little toilet spot right here, the nice funnel. And keep your map open like I do, just because I can't really see where I'm going here. And make sure that you end up having some weapons as well, because this Primagen key is not going to be given to us without a little bit of a fight. They've got some stronger enemies up there waiting for us. Some of the Perlin that actually have the sword weapons with them. And this is not necessarily an ideal weapon to fight them, though, so let's just use the explosive shredder shell and just say, call it a day. Get out of here! I didn't need to waste that on you, but I did anyways. And bada bing, bada boom, we've got ourselves another Primagen key. Just a heads up, if you're not actually using this thing right here and don't have any torpedoes, near as I remember in the old version of the game, they might have actually changed it with the remastered version, but that tunnel has quite the push to it. You can get through it just with normal swimming, but you're gonna be very, very close to drowning. And then when warping to the layer of the blind ones, you're just gonna wanna go to the entrance. From the entrance, it's extremely easy. All you end up doing is taking a right and make sure that you use the wind talisman right here. Don't jump into the stream. It's not gonna carry you unless you stand on the pillar itself. And probably don't do what I do, where we ended up flying up here while this guy was still alive. Same with up there. I should probably try and, well, maybe do a ricochet shot or something, because otherwise, as you end up coming up here, this guy's gonna be shooting at us while we're flying over the ledge, and there's not really anything you can do about it. We just kind of take the hit, right? Okay, and then we gotta be very, very careful with this. Whoop, there we go. And our Primagen Key is going to end up being through a little bit of a combat situation right here. I'm just gonna shoot that explosive barrel because I wanted to see if it was any ammo that was worthwhile, but it was not. All right, I'm gonna wreck your face. I'm gonna wreck your face. You and your stupid little brother too. Oh my goodness gracious, these guys are so powerful. Why are you not dead? Seriously, I also want to try and get, where is the key? There we go. Right over here, but we need to kill the last dude. There's actually a hidden guy back here in the darkness, so thank goodness that they actually have that indicator, because otherwise, that area is so super duper dark. Like, that's one thing I'll say about this version of the game, is because they ended up adding the proper shadowing and stuff like that. The dark areas, though there aren't many, sure are dark, aren't they? Like, seriously, dude, it's insane. Okay, there we go. Whoopsie daisy, I ended up wasting some of my shots there, but who cares? Go through the portal, and bloop, we got ourselves in our Primagen Key. Don't jump down there, otherwise you're gonna be in for quite a trek to actually get to the next save point and warp out of here. So when we're going to the Hive of the Mantids, we're gonna wanna go to the breeding grounds, because this Primagen Key is near the end of the level. When you get to this platform, you're gonna take a right. When you get to this section with all the poison water, you're gonna wanna jump in and take this underwater pathway right here. This is gonna get us up here so that we can platform our way across. Get out of the way, you freak. And then we just take a left over here, and then I'm pretty sure it's the Talisman of Seeing that's through here, right? Yeah, there we go. So we actually need this to navigate through. We're gonna end up being greeted with a beautiful Ultra Health. Oh boy, and there's our Primagen Key right up there, so we gotta try very, very careful not to end up falling off of the ledge. Good thing we've got the explosive ammo. Honestly, I would recommend using the cerebral bore ammo that we ended up just grabbing right there, but rip me. And really glad to see that they kept that bug, because as you navigate backwards on the platform, there's an invisible barrier right at the end that you might start pushing up against and then slowly slide off the ledge like I just did. So watch out for that one. Then if you want to leave the level, all you gotta do is take the level exit. And the Primagen Key is pretty much a guarantee. No rhyme intended. As you end up going through the level, you're gonna end up hitting all these switches that are in each of the corners that are going to deactivate the barrier right in the center here. And then that's where you get the final Primagen Key. But funny enough, that's probably most likely the first key that you're going to end up getting. I would recommend you wait until the end of the game to actually trek back into all the levels and get all of the keys, but you can do it your own way. Okay, folks, now it's time for us to fight the Primagen. Oh, I fought this guy like way too many times, dude. Like, seriously, I'm hoping that we can end up getting through this without me dying over and over, but he's a pretty tough boss. Very, very awesome boss, to say the least. One of my all-time favorite villains in any video game. Oh boy, this is the point of no return. I do want to let you know, folks, by the way, as you end up putting all of the keys on it, he's automatically going to end up jumping in, so keep that in mind if you want to go through the levels and stock up on ammo and stuff. However, I'm pretty sure on the left and right sides of this arena, there's going to be infinite ammo respawning in. This boss in itself is a bit complicated. He's got quite a few phases to him. An absolutely beautiful monster of an alien. I love him. I can't hear you. I don't understand what you're saying. It's like being a kid again. I think you'll find him well prepared. Oh, it's so difficult to hear the characters talk. It's so muffled. You can't hear them talk over the music and stuff. Now, oh no, that's the health that's on the left and right. That's right, so you got infinite health, take advantage of that, and the weapons and ammo is going to spawn in the middle of the arena, that's right. So he's gonna end up spawning these little nukes, which are gonna explode out. Try to dodge them as much as you can. It's pretty much the same as like a Donkey Kong Country boss or something. You're gonna try your best to actually just stay alive and just avoid all of them until he ends up sending out these stupid little minion dudes right here. Now you gotta be careful about these guys because they will wreck your face. Because they just get all up in your grill and just start taking damage on you, right? And then he'll end up coming down here. He's angers. Oh boy. And he's going to end up having different weak points. So those weak points are going to end up flashing on him. So as you end up damaging him enough, sorry, I ran into a technical hiccup there, folks. But he's going to keep periodically trying to recover his health, right? And as he ends up doing that, I think he's about to do it right now, right? Yeah. So as he's doing this, start attacking his face, and that'll actually cancel out his healing. And then you gotta just slowly, I think, did we end up doing this, or is he gonna try and heal out again? Seriously, stop that, dude. He's got one tentacle left on his stupid shoulders. I gotta destroy it, but he's getting all angers and still trying to recover his health. Stop that. Go back, there, now he finally doesn't have his health bar. Okay, now we finally get to the next phase. That's where, like, this boss is tricky, man. And, as you end up getting to the next phase, you know, lots of the ammo and everything is going to end up recovering, or respawning. He's trying to talk to us, but I can't really understand what he's saying. And again, take this as an opportunity before those freaks end up coming out. I was going to say, to try and recover as much health as possible. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, maybe it was just a random timing that all of this stuff ended up respawning, but I'm gonna try and grab this while he's gonna get angry. And he's gonna do a second phase here with these explosives. He pretty much, like, this is pretty much the entire boss right here. It's just rinse and repeat, do the same phases over and over. It's just every time he ends up coming down here, he's gonna end up having a different weak point, right? So I think now it's going to be his big ugly arm. Oh no, it's gonna be his back arm. Okay. Well, the explosive ammo is extremely useful on him. Is he? Okay. And he also, yeah, that's right. So he's gonna also shoot out these little baby dudes in the middle of the fight. So his strategy is really starting to change it up. And now I think he already ended up going into that arm. Is it that arm that's his weak point, or is it his weird gooey arm? Yeah, it's that gooey arm. Okay. Okay. So he keeps on kind of switching up his strategy as we're... That was weird. I ended up getting stun locked. That was really, really strange. Do we have to repeat the entire battle from the beginning again? Like, seriously? Because if that's the case, that's stupid. Like, we got stun locked. That was weird. Like, I couldn't move or anything. Yeah, he's got all his tentacles back and everything. Wow. I mean, the Primagen was always hard, but I don't remember that. Like, did he always restart from phase 1? Ay, if he did, how did I ever do this as a kid? Okay, I was about to just get to the same point, but I do want to point this out because I don't really remember this being in the other version of the game, but they've got that ammo just sitting over at that corner. As soon as you end up touching the edges of this arena, your character ends up taking damage, and it just forcibly ended up pushing me off. So that is a troll piece of ammo right there. Do not go for it. Oh, and this is another phase that he'll end up doing as he gets all up in the air and starts throwing all this stuff at you. Honestly speaking, I don't really remember most of this stuff from the N64 version of him. Okay, there we go. We finally ended up getting him to that third phase, and I'm not dead yet. I gotta try and get as much health as possible though, but it seems like they've changed up the fight a little bit, near as I can recall anyways. Whoopsie-daisy, I gotta watch out for that stuff. Seems like they actually have all of the health and ammo and stuff show up only for a limited amount of time before it ends up despawning, so that's definitely mean. Oh boy. Okay, so is he coming down for his final phase? I'm pretty sure he's only got a couple phases. Oh no, he's gonna be doing the explosives again. Okay, let's try and dodge all of those, but I still keep getting hit from all of them. I don't want to. I don't want to, dude. Like, seriously, I need more health is the thing. That's what I'm running low on. Oh, give me more of that health. I don't care about the explosive boxes that are gonna try and... Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, okay. I got my explosive shot. Okay, let's hit him right in the face. Hit him right in the face. This should be the easiest phase, except he's gonna try and knock us off the ledge there. I forgot about that. Oh! Oh, that was close. We almost died. Yeah, so as he gets to that final phase, he blows you with his wings and tries to throw you off the edge. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. There's actually a bad ending. If you don't end up saving all of these totems, you can actually get here and they won't end up saving you. Now, I don't know if that's a legit ending you can actually get in the single player game, or that if that's only if you're cheating and just warp straight to the boss. But can you end up, because I'm pretty sure if you end up losing when you're trying to save the energy totem, it just ends up giving you a game over, right? I'm not sure because I never ended up trying that. But I know if you cheat up to the Primagen, it gives you a bad ending and you end up dead because you don't have any of them.
Primagen has been destroyed, Turok. The combined energy from the totems has shattered his body and destroyed the last traces of his telepathic powers. The Omniverse is in your debt. I have been unable to identify the force which conspired against you during your battle with the Primagen. Its form eluded me. While I searched, a feeling of dread washed over me. A feeling unlike any that I have ever experienced. There is a natural balance in the cosmos between that which we define as good and that which we know as evil, light and dark, order and chaos. Although I have been unable to gain any specific knowledge of this balance, its energy signature feels as if it exists beyond either fundamental force. And one other thing, Joshua. Each time I scanned this entity's signature, I also detected the energies of the Turok lineage as well. Whatever it is, your ancestors have dealt with it before.
Okay. While it was really difficult to hear her, I always thought that that was so awesome. Not only the music. Night Dive Studios! Thank you, Night Dive Studios, for remaking this awesome game. But as she was explaining right there with the mysterious, ominous music, she was saying how there was another type of force. The Oblivion Gates were actually supposed to be something separate from the Primagen, right? And she was saying how, you know, she ended up noticing traces of DNA of our clan and of the Turok lineage, right? So it's supposed to be like our ancestors have ended up fighting them before, and it's kind of was going to end up being this perpetually long adventure of all this crazy stuff going on, right? And then on Turok 3, which ended up coming out kind of flopping. Unfortunately, the Acclaim Studios was going bankrupt near that time. Especially on Turok Evolution, that was pretty much their last, the last game that they could actually put out, and they rushed that one like crazy because the studio didn't have any more money left, right? But when that Turok 3 ended up coming out, it was so disappointing because I'm pretty sure, unless it was the Turok 1 character or it was Joshua here, I'm pretty sure it was Joshua. And that's our main character there, Turok, right? And he ended up getting killed right at the beginning of the game, and then you get to play as his son and daughter, kind of a two different version of the game. Now, one thing that I think is really, really cool about the last time that I checked anyways with Night Dive Studios and all of their updates and everything like that, they were saying that they weren't going to end up doing Turok Rage Wars. Honestly, I don't care about Turok Rage Wars. It's just multiplayer, which is good, don't get me wrong, but it's not really worth remaking. And then they weren't going to do Turok 3. Obviously, that game's a mess. Don't do it. But they were saying that they were going to end up doing, now that they had Turok 1 and 2, they were using that to kind of rebuild up the Turok fan base, and then whenever they get to their next Turok project, it's going to be their own, from the grounds up, Turok project, which means it's going to take them an extremely long time to make because they're still working on the System Shock, new System Shock game that's supposed to be coming out in 2018. I'm not going to cover that game. Never really grew up with the System Shock games, but you can bet your bunions I'm going to be covering the new Turok game that they end up putting out whenever they do. And I'm really, really hoping, you know, that they're going to end up doing what they always do. I'm kind of going to look at the System Shock game as a way to gauge what they're going to actually do to reboot the franchise, you know, and kind of start doing their own thing, because what they're doing with System Shock, near as I can tell, is they're making it very true to the original experience, but with all the bells and whistles of modern games, you know, like with fancy graphics, and I think there's recovering health system. I don't know, but we'll see what ends up happening. We'll see what the future holds. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video, everybody. Very much appreciate it. Hope that you all enjoyed this series and this revisit back to this game as much as I did. Like, seriously, I had an absolute blast playing through this game. So much so that outside of this episode, I actually recorded the entire series, excluding this episode, in one long recording session. Because I couldn't put the game down, dude. Like, seriously, not to mention I wanted to have this as a daily series coming out all just kind of like a week of Turok, get the game over and done with while at the same time enjoying it to its core, right? So, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Very much appreciate it. Hope that you all enjoyed today's episode, and I hope that you enjoyed the series. And yeah, it was a real nice step back of nostalgia for me, because this is the game that started it all for me. This is why I started YouTube, was so that I could originally replay Turok 2, and now we actually come back to it a couple years down the line with the remastered version, and I'm so happy that they ended up doing this, dude. Like, so happy. But thank you so much for watching. Very much appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. Sign on, stay epic, everybody.